Hey, how's it going? This is Justin Gilman with Quantum Leads, and today I'll be walking you through your digital marketing attack plan to show you how you can turn your website into a lead generation machine and really generate some revenue for your business month over month. Now, if you take a look at the top here, we're looking at AC Repair in Houston, which generates about 1,600 searches every single month. Now, obviously, there's a lot more search volume out there when you think of terms like AC installation or AC repair near me. But for the sake of time in this video, we're just going to be focusing on AC Repair Houston and talking about how we could turn these 1,600 searches a month into revenue for your business. So let's start with your website. So here we are on your website, and if we scroll down, you have a very visually aesthetic website. However, from an SEO perspective, there's a lot of things that we can improve on. So for the first part of this video, we're going to talk about internal search engine optimization, which is essentially all the different ways we can improve your website from within your website itself. Now, normally when you hear that, you're going to hear things like title tags, heading tags, local business schema. And while those are all very important, for the sake of this video, we're going to focus on the two most important aspects, which are content and keywords. So let's talk about content first. Why is content so important? Well, we want a very content-full website because it gives users something to engage with. And when a user has something to engage with, they tend to be more likely to have a better experience and are more likely to come back to our website or use Google for future searches. So it makes a lot of sense as to why Google would promote a content-full website. Normally, I like to recommend about 750 to 1,000 words of content on any given page. However, that is the bare minimum of a contentful website. Always feel free to go past that and expand on your content. But 750 to 1,000 is what I've found to be the best kind of range of content where you don't have that sacrifice of visual aesthetic while still having a contentful website. So definitely something to think about. And you're probably saying, well, Justin, why don't I just throw up a website with 5,000 words and call it a day? Well, the reason we can't do that is because we have to make sure that our content is relevant. Now, the way we do that is with our keywords. Keywords are the most used words or phrases on a website. And based on these keywords, we are going to tell Google vital information about our business. Normally, I like to tell people that with our keywords, we want to answer three main questions, which are number one, what do we do? Number two, where do we do it? And lastly, number three, who are we? So let's take a look at your keywords and see if they answer those main questions. I use called keywords everywhere. And if we scroll down here, you'll notice your most used keywords. We are just going to focus in on the first 6 keywords. However, I do always recommend to further optimize. Now, number one, I always recommend your industry specific keyword. So in this case, company is very broad. We'll probably want to put HVAC or air at number one. Then number two, I always recommend some sort of modifier to that first keyword. So if air is number one, we're going to want repair or installation at number two. Like I said, to be some sort of modifier or complement to that first keyword. So definitely something to think about. 1 and 2 industry specific keywords. Now, number 3 and number 4, we want our location-based keywords. So the reason we want location-based keywords is so that we can tell Google exactly where we do business and help them drive local traffic to our website. So in this case, we want number 3 being Houston and number 4 being Texas. Now, number 5 and 6, we want some sort of branding keywords. The reason I say we want to put our brand in there is because oftentimes, yes, we will get customers looking up, AC repair in Houston, but oftentimes we'll also get customers who look up our direct company name. So we want to make sure that we appear for our company name as well as any related searches. So putting our brand in there is going to help us do that. So just to recap, 1 and 2, industry specific keywords. 3 and 4, location-based keywords, and 5 and 6 are branding-based keywords. Now let's take a look at your competitor and see what they're doing as far as content and keywords go. So here we have AirTech of Houston. They are the #1 organic ranking company in the area. And as you'll see on their page, it's really just all content. No fancy images or anything. And really you don't see any images until we get down here to the footer, but really every single page that they have is somewhat a variation of this, where it's just really a lot of content. And you're seeing that they're getting very favorable results from that. However, let's take a look at their keywords because, like I said, you can't just rank with content. We need to make sure that our content remains relevant. Again, we're back to keywords everywhere. And if we scroll down here, you'll notice that number 1 is air. And then we have that location-based keyword. So you see how important that is. Not only did they put air at number 1 to have that industry-specific keyword, but they really latched onto that location because, like I said, having that location-based keyword does go a very long way in telling Google where we do business and driving local traffic. So definitely something to think about. Then it starts to vary a little bit from there. You have service, home, location, HVAC. It starts to go a little bit all over the place, but Like I said, we really want to focus in and tell Google all the things that we want about our business. So use this list along with some of the suggestions that I gave you to create the strongest keywords list possible. Now let's go back to your website and talk about external search engine optimization and how it ties into everything. So now we're talking about external search engine optimization, which is essentially backlinking, in this case at least. So backlinking at face value is very simple, just a link from one website to another. However, from an SEO perspective, a lot more is going down. When you have a backlink from one website to another, you are essentially telling Google that you trust the information that you are backlinking to, or you trust the website that is representing that business. So very powerful, and it can tell Google that we are a quality website and really help our rankings. However, we have to be very careful because just like we can tell Google that we're a quality website, we can also tell them that we are a harmful or spammy website. And the way we do that is with links from harmful or spammy sites. So, like I said, really want to focus in on quality. I see it all the time where somebody goes in, buys $50 worth of backlinks off Fiverr, then they get 10,000 backlinks that really tank their site. And like I said, that is no mistake because that's 10,000 sources telling Google that you are a spammy site. So, definitely want to focus on the quality. Let's take a look at your backlink structure currently and see what we can find as far as backlinks go. So here we are in a tool I use called Ahrefs, and you'll see that you have a 19 UR, a 12 DR, which generates about 230 users every single month and a traffic value of almost $4,000. So not bad, but let's break these metrics down a little bit further and talk about what they mean. So UR stands for URL rating, and what that is the power given to a single page. So in this case, we are just talking about your homepage, whereas DR, on the other hand, stands for domain rating. And what that is the power that goes through your entire website. So not just your homepage anymore, your service pages, your about us page, your contact page, all those pages in one are essentially summarized in DR. Now, let's talk about traffic value for a second. Traffic value is a stat that is assessed based on the buyer intent of each keyword that a user comes from. So, for instance, let me give you an idea. So, somebody who looks up AC may not generate as much traffic value or buyer intent as somebody looking up AC repair or AC installation. Now, the reason being is that somebody looking for ACs may be looking for a picture of an AC, may be looking for an article about ACs. We don't know what they're looking for. However, somebody with AC repair or AC installation is a lot more likely to be looking for a direct service to buy immediately. So they carry a lot more buyer intent. So that's just kind of an example that I wanted to give. Obviously, the more buyer intent your clients have or your business has, the more traffic value you will be generating. So let's take a look at some of your competitors and see what they're doing as far as these external metrics go. Here we have AirTech of Houston again. They have a 33 UR, a 38 DR, about 2,000 organic users every single month, and almost $60,000 worth of traffic value. So you really see the importance here of a strong internal SEO structure as well as a strong external SEO structure and the amount of value that can really generate for your business. Now, to give you another example, let's take a look at Abacus Plumbing and Air Conditioning, and let's take a look at what they have. So they have a 26 UR, a 46 DR, generates almost 500 users every single month and about $16,000 worth of traffic value. So, like I said, you clearly see the correlation between a strong internal and external SEO structure and the amount of value that you can create for your business. But let's go back to Google really quick and talk about the Google Map Pack for a second. So here we are in Google, and if we scroll down here, what we have is this map pack. This is the Google Map Pack, and it's super important because it gives us a second place that we can win on Google. What we've been talking about is down here in the organic search results, but we also have this Map Pack, and if you take the #1 spot in each, then you essentially guarantee that 1,600 people every single month see your business first before looking at a competitor. Now, there's tons of different things that the Map Pack looks for. First off, you have to verify your business via postcard. Next, they look for a strong organic rank, which is why SEO is so important because not only does it influence down below, but it also influences the map pack. And the #3, what they're looking for is citations. Now, citations are all the different places your business's name, address, and phone number are listed online. Some popular citations are things like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Facebook, Instagram. All those are citations you can get for your business, and they all help with your Google My Business profile. So let's take a look at how many citations each of these companies has and determine how many you'll need to really go in and start ranking. So here we have Richmond's Air with 15 citations, ASAP Air with 59 citations, and H-Town AC Repair with 25 citations. So definitely a lot of competition out there. However, very beatable if we spend the time and focus on getting quality citations, as well as our internal and external SEO figured out. So normally I recommend doubling the biggest number in here. So if there's 59, we're going to want 118 citations along with everything we talked about before to really go in and compete with these companies. And so, like I said, that's really how you get it done. And hopefully, if you follow the steps in this video, you should start to see a lot of results for your business. Once again, my name is Justin with Quantum Leads, and I'd love to set up a meeting with you guys. So feel free to set up a meeting with us to talk about anything that wasn't mentioned in this video, or even anything that you have questions about within this video, just by clicking the button in the email. And we'll look forward to talking to you. Have a great day.